Harry, this is Laura Potato. This is Laura Potato, yeah. This is What If Asta Was Evil, Part 3, the end of this What If. Yes, I am going to end this What If, but let me mention something. Let me say something first. Going to have to do a recap because it's been 2 days since August 8th, and I didn't do it on August 8th, so I didn't need to do the fucking recap. It's been 1 month, and yes. That's what I'm basically saying. Okay? So, let me do a recap on what happened last time. Asta. Also known as Asta the Evil Entity, because, yes, Asta is basically an entity that not many beings know what Asta really is. He's like nothing, but at the same time, everything. But, yeah. Of course, Asta went towards the Spade Kingdom after the Clover Kingdom is trying to figure out what Asta really is. What role does he have? Is he someone that's in trouble, someone that's a villain, or Asta never existed in the first place? Because they are confused with Asta. But of course, this is where, what's it called? Asta gets towards the Spade Kingdom, acting like it's nothing but just a chill day. Went through so many devils that people were confused with Asta, but kills them with a shadow that Asta created. That kills anything that has, other people that have shadows. Now, of course, a shadow kills a lot of devil contractors, killing the devils themselves from hell, mostly the underworld. It was confusing because, yeah, that shouldn't be impossible. They should only kill the host, not the actual devil. But it did affect the devil at the same time. So, of course, this is where, Asta, who is right now just walking, not just right now, he was walking around, and of course he fought against Vanica. Vanica is someone from the devil, mostly the Dark Tribe. She was, one of the three. Of course, Asta fought her, and of course kicked her ass pretty easily. Of course, making her kind of choose that she wants to stay as the devil, or wants to have power with him. This is why, she was about to choose until Zenon and Dante appear, and even other dark disciples. Asta kicked the shit out of all of them. Lucifer didn't know what exactly Asta was, and of course, this is where Vanica did choose Asta's side. Which meaning that the devil contract that she had, even the one that she had in her eye, mostly the half version, kind of got destroyed and were burnt into a crisp. Darkness actually flowed through her body, destroying the devil contract itself, and Medulla, or whatever goddamn name is, got destroyed along with it. Right now, Vanica's kind of like, not right eye, left eye, the one with the eye patch, kind of has a reddish crimson eye, but with a white dot. This is where, she has more power than normal. She does have both curse and blood magic. Yes, that was her original kind of magic, blood magic, not curse magic. I don't know what the fuck I was on that last time. Probably because I wasn't that educated with the Black Clover. That wasn't in the manga much, but yeah. But I read through the manga all of it. But of course, this is where, we go into, Asta did bring Vanica towards a place called the Dark Star. A dimension that's basically covered with darkness. Like outside is purely darkness, like in the sky. But you can see something like twinkling, but yet not. It's a star that's purely black. It's called the Black Star. It's mostly supposed to be known as the sun, but it's mostly white or black at the same time. Of course, there's a dark castle in the middle of the playing field, because the playing field looks like similar to Hueco Mundo, but not really, okay? Of course, Vanica is one of the new commanders from, the other, the other 16 commanders. Now, there is 16 commanders in total, while 2 underlings, not 2, mostly 3 underlings from one, commander. But yeah. Or mostly 3 lieutenants, but yeah. This is where, we go into them kind of meeting with them. And of course, this is where, Asta did explain that darkness and, Fallen should be in the elf's ranks right now getting information. In, about 6 months, that Asta said, 6 months, that's all that we will have. And all of you must become as strong as you can be. Besides, whatever you need to train, whatever you need to do. All I just say is be there for the war between devils, elves, humans, and every fucking being in that world. Asta smiles with this evil grin. But now we go into, well, after the recap is ended, okay? But of course, we go into Asta. Right now on a throne, just right now, like, there's darkness, like purely black all around, like blackish flames all around him. Right now, covering up himself. This is where, Veronica is actually been training. It's been actually 3 months. And of course, she has become much stronger. She did went into, what's it called? The kind of like throne room of Asta. When she opened the door, of course, this is where before she was able to open the door, someone actually grabbed her from her hand, and this is someone with greenish hair, like longish greenish hair, and of course has like horns, greenish horns. That's kind of like near her face mask, because mostly like eye mask, but yeah. But of course, this is where the sorcerer is named what's it called? This person is named Shimera, and of course, this is where she's a dark sorcerer. And of course, when Vanica says, "What are you doing, Shimera?" This is where Shimera says, "You shouldn't be going in there while what's it called? Our Lord is right now sleeping." This is where they hear the voice because the what's it called door was a little bit cracked open. The voice of Asta saying, "She can come in, Shimera. You can also come in if you want to." This is where Shimera says, yeah, yes, my lord." This is where Vanica stick out her tongue at Shimera, and Shimera just kind of growl at her. This is where they go inside, and of course Asta, who's right now covered with darkness, like darkness flames around him, kind of disappear after a while. This is where Asta's eyes were purely white, right now grinning with this like evil, kind of lustful grin at them. This is where both of them kind of blush because what is he thinking about? This is where Asta then shakes his thoughts and says, "So, what do you need, Vanica?" Vanica says, I just came here just to check up on how to get stronger in my, blood and curse magic. Even though with the new contract, you gave me more power than normal. It's just, I still can't really control it fully. I'm not like these other commanders where I'm not much of an entity, I'm still human." That's where Asta says, "What are you talking about? You're right now an entity. You're no longer human. You still have human emotions, which, yes, some of the commanders still have, which there weren't humans much. Some of them were. Some of them are, no longer humans. Some of them were just entities to begin with. But don't worry about it. You will get stronger in 3 months. Besides, 3 months is the war. The war between us and those spiteful beings." This is where, Vanica kind of nodded. Of course, Asta's eyes were not white, they were green. And of course, this is where Asta says, "But still, you should be training more. Shimera, help her out with her magic." Shimera says, yes, my lord." This is where, Asta says, "Now, if you don't mind me, I need to go back to training." This is where both of them nodded and leaves. This is where, Asta cracks a grin saying, "Oh, you know. When I see you, I'm going to enjoy killing you." This is where, we go into Asta now having blank white eyes, and darkness is right now around him. Darkness with darkness flames, darkness smoke, and a bunch of things. Right now making the room pitch black, but there's only a throne that's white. Now we go into, the others. The others are right now just training with either by themselves or with each other. This is where, Darkness and, Fallen has reported towards Asta, and about another month has passed, about what the elves are really after. They are after the fact that they want the magic stones to revive their fallen brethren, mostly the elves. This is where reincarnating them. Also, with the magic stones to bring back, a very powerful magic to kind of destroy the humans. But of course, with that, they also realize that there's a devil right now manipulating them. But yeah, of course, this is where, Asta says, "I see. Thank you, you too." You only have 2 months to train. But I'm happy to know that you got information. Hey, all seeing eye, come into my throne right now. This is where two eyes appear right now, like darkness. Like it doesn't show his face much, but of course, this is where he does have sharp teeth and like darkness appearing around his face. This is where like dark smoke or whatever, and showing 2 yellow eyes. This is this being right here. This is where above him multiple eyes appear. But this is where he decides to control him to only show 2 eyes. This is where he says, "Yes, my lord. Do you need something?" This is where, Asta says, I do. Can you tell me the information upon, the Clover King, the Heart King, Kingdom, the, Spade Kingdom, and also the Diamond Kingdom? That's where he says, I will now tell you all the information I found out. The Heart Kingdom, Lord Pejika, is, the queen of, the Heart Kingdom. She is able to be able to get a bunch of information from her magic and whatever. She is also protected by, the spirit guardian known as the water spirit guardian known as Tebeba, whatever her goddamn name is. She is the one to protect the kingdom. The weakness that she has is if her kingdom falls, she becomes weakened and saddened. There's also a second weakness that she becomes too nervous and exciting. That's why also nodded. Says good. Her strengths? Well, she's only good at defense magic. Her third weakness is she doesn't know any attack magic. I see. Very easy to take over. Tell me about the Spade Kingdom. Thanks to, you go to Spade Kingdom, the demons, the devils are right now trying to, get a bunch of devil users to become either enough strength to take over the Diamond Kingdom and also the Heart Kingdom before fighting the Clover Kingdom and before fighting against you. They seem to be scrambling upon the fact that, one of the 3 devils are gone, mostly known as Medulla. It's being gone. It's dead, thanks to your contract with Vanica. Now, of course, is where, the 2 brothers of Vanica seem to be in extremely pissed mood from the fact that you took her away from them. This is where Asta smiles with this evil grin, smirking so hard and saying, "Oh, that's too fucking bad. She's mine now." This is where, the Aussie and I say, "Yes, sir." But since they are so angry, they really want her back. This is where Asta says, "That's going to be too much of a fucking problem. Should probably get rid of them myself." So, what about the Diamond Kingdom? Diamond Kingdom is right now is right now under the control of the Diamond King. The White Diamond King. He is right now over the control and trying to make enough, users with magic stones in their bodies to become stronger and commanders. To be stronger than the Shining Generals himself. Of course, there's about only 13 new Shining Generals, counting with one that I already found out. His name is Mars, and of course, he's one of the strongest out of all of them. But of course, that's one of them. Then there's the others. One of them can seem to absorb magic. Enough magic to become strong or whatever. He doesn't have any attributes to, any element. That's very interesting, very interesting. So, tell me about the Clover Kingdom now. The Clover Kingdom is in the same kind of distraught as the Spade Kingdom. The Clover King is still trying to figure out what really happened to you. That is also mentioning with his other double self, his actual true kind of self, who is named Lucifer. And of course, it's like Julius, but it's kind of like there was 2 souls born into one body. Asta says, I see. So that could be the other brother of Vanica, Dante, and Zenon, isn't it? This is where, the Aussie and I say, of course it is. Of course, there is also the fact that Golden Dawn has now gotten a stronger vice captain. And that is well known as, what's it called? Grimburial, also known as the kind of prince of the Spade Kingdom. Us to kind of narrow his eyes and say, I see. So he's a prince. No wonder he was blessed with so much mana. Fucking lucky bastard. Well, that doesn't matter about it no more. Yes, it doesn't matter. Because you are truly the strongest, my lord. You will always be the strongest. He bows down once again. This is where else to say. Good. Now continue with the other observation. What about the Black Bulls? The Black Bull seems to be getting a little bit stronger. Yami Sukakarya, or whatever his name is. He is from the, what's it called, the Sun Country. The Sun Country and all that. He is right now able to cut through dimensions. So teleporting him, I don't know if he'd be able to cut through this dimension. No, he won't be able to. Asta said. That's really also, and I see. Then he will be kind of troublesome if he was sent to another dimension or whatever, being able to cut through it and get back into this world or that world, mostly. But his dimension, mostly dimension slash. But of course, that is not all. The others of the Black Bulls, your old team members, I guess you can say. Noel Sylvian has able to kind of be able to make an armor. With the training of the fact that your fake lost or whatever, she was able to make, well, something called Valkyrie armor, allowing her to kind of be able to cut through things very fast and pacific. But of course, she's very strong in that kind of form. That's nothing to say with, Grimberio. He's kind of able to also transform into the Wind Daimyo, or what's it called, Spirit. Because he has the Wind Spirit. This is what? Well, Wind Spirit Guardian. Also says, I see. That's good to know. I see. Then tell me what about the others? Fugolian is, well, the captain, blah, 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 blah. He's mostly telling him how strong and weak their different captains are. That's what also says, I see. Tell me, what about the the Queen of Witches? Have you seen anything upon her? Wait, I haven't noticed, but I can see it right now. Let me use my magic for a second. This is where, well, also says, go ahead, gladly would like to see. This is where a grimoire appears in front of the all-seeing eye. This is where, well, the grimoire seems to have multiple eyes just blinking out and kind of closing, while kind of just being around to have the grimoire. There's no clovers on this grimoire, exactly. It seems to be extremely different from anything. No clovers, no spade, no heart symbol, no diamond symbol, so yeah. Of course, the only thing it has is an eye that's right now glowing with Poseidon power, while the other eyes are blinking and closing and other things. While there's also eyes in like the pages kind of blinking and all that. That's where one spell appears. All-seeing eye. Dimension seeing. Queen of Witches. Eye dimension. This is where, well, we go into the Queen of Witches kind of like trees and all that. The hideouts or whatever. This is where an eye in the sky appears. Invisible to the naked eye. But right now, that's where the all-seeing eye is right now looking through. And right now seeing everyone's magic ability in the, well, what's it called? Mostly the witch's tree hider or whatever. That's where, well, he then explains in what he's seen. There's multiple witches that are having unique, well, magic abilities. Attributes mostly. But of course, the Queen of Witch is able to use blood manipulation. If she gets to you, she'll be able to control your body. Well, anyone specific. That if anyone did have blood and normally. Luckily for us, we don't actually have blood that much. That's where, well, the all-seeing eye knows that he doesn't have blood. Blood is not necessary for him. He's a being with no blood. Is it where, well, also says, I see. Good to know. I know the elves are just doing with that. Is there just no other beings that are having like knowledge similar to a human? This is where, well, the all-seeing eye right now looks through all 4 kingdoms and says, no, not if I can see. The devils are there in the Spade Kingdom, but you already know about their plans. And, well, Julius is one of the devils, yes. As you mentioned, that the devil that he has is, well, Asta first. One of the 3 actual main devils, devil kings of the rule of the underworld. The one that, well, Veronica had was mostly a fake. Mr. Asta says, I knew that was going to happen. But there's no way in hell a cursed devil will be able to be one of the main three. So, Dante has the space devil magic, while was space gravity magic devil. Well, Zenon had the kind of spatial, very powerful spatial user devil. And of course, Julius has the time devil. Very interesting. Very fucking interesting. Good to know. Now, in about, 2 hours, I will be telling everyone about this information. And you'll be helping me. Also with Void helping me. That's where, Aussie and I say, I see. Then I must be leaving then. Yes, go ahead. That's where, the Aussie and I turns around. Of course, he is now leaving. Of course, he puts his grimoire away and, leaves. This is where, Asta smiles with this evil fucking grin saying, you know, Grimberry, I can't believe that you are a prince. A prince. What you see here, even with your prince magical power, if you haven't found yet, will still be useless against me. This is where, Asta says, good air. Can you come here now? This is where a beast being appear. This beast being able to have black but white wings, horns that's similar to a deer, and what it looks like is this. This is the being. It has somewhat strings. It has the moon that's right now covered with black, but the moon crest showing up on top of his head. Right now has a tail and looks more like an animal than an actual similar being. This is where, he says, yes, my lord, did you call for me? He talks in normal human language. This is where, Asta says, I see. So you're here. Now, I want you to be able to destroy some of the devils that I need to destroy. I mostly want you to destroy the ancient devil users. 2 ancient devil users that are near the Spade Kingdom. I want you to destroy them, so there won't be a problem to me in the near future. Do you got that? Guerrero says, yes, of course I do. Now Guerrero seems to be the same height. Well, seems to be not the same height as Asta, but a little bit bigger. But that's only not his full size. He is 10 times bigger than just an ancient devil. That's why, he says, I understand. Then I must leaving. This is where he disappears into nothing but just black and white. Into a vortex and just disappear. That's where, Asta says, good. Now I must get to the others. This is where everyone else is right now 2 hours later, and of course they're all around the table. This is where Asta explains, with also the person named Void. Void is this person with darkness all around his body. This is what he looks mostly like. This is where, everyone is kind of right now talking to each other and thinking that this information be good. Veronica says, so, wait. I see. I understand now. So, are we going to be attacking the kingdoms in, what's it called? 2 months? How would that work? Will we all attack one kingdom, or will we all attack each kingdom that you decide to put us in? That's where Asta says, of course, everyone will be attacking each kingdom with just some partners. Let's see, Asta said, Vanica, Shimra, and also, Suvina, who's this girl right here. I forgot what I call her, what's called the part 1, but I'm gonna call her Suvina. Will be attacking, the Heart Kingdom. While, the Diamond Kingdom will be attacked by, okay, I remember her name. Her name was Akka. But this is where, Joker, who is this guy with a crown and all that, and has an underling right next to him. Joker, Frost King, and this is where, Frost King, Joker, Hone, and Oyume Ne are these people. Well, that will be attacking the Diamond Kingdom. This is where, well, this is where he says Shinko and, well, what's it called? Shinko is this person, well, mostly, yeah. And Kure, well, no, Black Star is this person. They will be going to fight against, well, the witches. While, well, what's it called? While Fallen and Darkness are going towards the Spade Kingdom. And, well, let's see, who else am I missing from this group? Ah, yes, I forgot about you. Sorry about that. Well, both of you. Kurayame, who is this person right here, and Dobeyo, these two. So you two will be, well, attacking the Clover Kingdom. While the elves are going to be in the Clover Kingdom, so I guess you people will be having fun. That's where someone who is named, well, as a called Void, because this is the original Void. Well, mostly there's two Voids, but they're original forms, mostly. That's where, well, the Aussie and I says, I know that I'm not a fighter, so do I stay back? That's where, well, Asta says, no, you and Void do have a specific task. I want you to inform me anytime that something goes terribly wrong and not seeing into the future most of the time. This is where, well, they both nodded, and this is where, well, Asta says, is that all understand now? You all have specific tasks, and if you don't win and fail me, then all of you will be punished. This is where a dark, deep, well, not dark deep, he says, a dark, pure dark feeling appears all around them. This is where, well, they all felt extremely nervous with Asta. Asta's eyes were right now glowing with white, pure white, showing that he is not messing around. All of them gulped, but all of them understand. This is where Asta says, now good, now go. This is where, well, Asta, he disappears with just darkness, like, showing his body, and right now disappearing into nothing. But this is where everyone else nodded. They all have to train, because none of them want to fail and make sure their lord gets extremely pissed at them. This is where we go into a time skip of, well, 2 months. This is where, well, 2 months has passed. Now everyone's attacking from each different kingdom. This is where, well, we go into the Heart Kingdom. Akka, Shimura, and also Vanika are there to fight against the Heart Queen. This is where they are right now causing mass genocide. Akina, who's actually able to taint people with her kind of like this reddish virus that she has, but yeah. She's able to taint people with this like weird kind of skin that she has around her. It's called Red Virus, and of course, it's kind of her magic ability. Her original magic ability before meeting Asta was just called Virus, but it now became Red Virus. It's like a virus of a zombie apocalypse. When she stabs upon someone with the Red Virus skin actually being visible, she's able to she's able to take control of their body and turn them into, well, into a zombie-like state of, well, Akina's imagination. Of course, is where Akina is right now just doing that and making so many zombie-like people to attack other people. Of course, zombie-like people, when they bite into others, they transform into the same zombie-like state as the person that bite them. This is where, well, Akina is laughing and causing chaos. This is where, well, Vanika is doing the same. She's right now cursing, well, not cursing, mostly giving curses to people and killing them, but also kind of manipulating them to kind of be like an undead army for her. This is where, well, Shimura is right now looking at the people who are coming towards her. Now this is where Shimura, she sighs, and this is where she looks at all of them and says, dark style, darkness of, well, the fallen king. A king appears in front of her. This is where, well, this king seems to be similar towards her, but this is where this king grabs his sword and slashes once in front of him, destroying so many armies. This is where, well, Shimura is saying, well, you girls be able to kind of bring the undead. I can do the same. It's just, I can do it better. This is where, well, I cannot say, I'm not bringing the undead. I'm transforming people into, well, my own virus, the red virus, because red is so beautiful. And you know, Asta loves the color red. This is where, well, Shimura says bullshit. He doesn't like the color red. He likes the color green, like what I wear. So he be mine. This is where, well, Vanica says, oh, screw both of you. He definitely doesn't like that. He probably likes the color white. This is where they're arguing, and of course, this is where, well, the Heart Queen appears, saying, don't you dare hurt my people. She makes a water barrier, and of course, all of them says, Kuh. So I see, the Queen is stopping us from having fun. We can't let our masters, like, determine if we won't get punished or not. So let's kill her now. This is where all of them nodded. This is where they disappear, and right now appears at the Heart Queen. This is where, well, Vanica appears kind of like making a blood cell, like this blood, red liquid appearing into her freaking hand to make a claw. This is where Akina appears with her like red virus hand trying to claw at, well, Lord Petrica. And this is where Shimura appears with a darkness sword. That's like darkness, like smoke sword that she created. And this is where, well, Lord Petrica says, damn it. This is where the water, what's it called, water spirit makes a water barrier to stopping them from actually cutting through, well, what's it called, La Petrica. But this is where, well, they managed to cut through it. But this is where we go into the others. The Diamond Kingdom is right now being attacked. They were going to attack, what's it called, well, not attack. They were actually going to kind of rush towards, well, the kind of kingdom of Clovers who kind of attacked them. Because they know that this is the day where the elves are going to attack, because they managed to find information about that. Thanks to a little source that was kind of given towards the all-seeing eye, just to provoke people to kind of start fighting. And he knows that the Diamond Kingdom is the most aggressive kingdom out of all the kingdoms. So of course, he was told by us to kind of give him that little information. Listen where, well, the Diamond soldiers are right now rushing towards the Clover Kingdom, but they're getting picked off thanks to Hano. This is where, well, Hano, Aku, well, this dude right here, Joker, and even, well, Frost King are right now just destroying them with an army they are creating. The Frost King makes an army full of frost soldiers with bows, swords, armor, and a bunch of things. This is where Joker, he's right now in the kingdom causing chaos with his followers, who are basically the Joker followers. They have the ability to be immortal. Okay, if you want to think about this, I'm going to take the inspirement from the Joshin clan. So yeah, or Joshin, kind of like worshippers, but yeah. The Joker gives the same ability similar to like Joshin, but it's immortality and being able to, well, have a curse on them to always be smiling and laughing under their mask. But of course, without the mask, there would still be smiling and laughing like a psychopath, like a psychotic path murderer. Of course, well, they're doing that, and of course, they're killing people with cards, like what's it called, like the king, queen cards and all that. You know, the gambling cards. Yeah, they're using that. That's where Joker, the leader of them, is right now one of the commanders. Is right now just laughing and telling puns while murdering people. You people are weak. You will never worship us towards our Lord. You people will die. Yeah. So yeah, he's the one that's somewhat creepy, but yeah. This is where, well, we go into Akume and Hono, who is right now, Hono is right now spreading his body to having bones around him. Sharp bones all around his body. This is where his 5 eyes are being able to see where people are going to attack them. This is where, well, he can easily just rush through them and kind of say bone saw, bone porcupine. This is where around his body multiple bones appear, cutting through anyone that comes close to him. This is where he decides to say bone wolverine. This is where, well, there's bones in his, like, what's it called, hands, like these 5 bones, or not 5 bones, 4 bones that are like in his fist that right now just appear right now it's standing. This is where he starts cutting them down, stabbing into the Diamond Kingdom like knights. This is where, well, Hono is right now, well, not Hono, right now, well, let me say it. His name is Oime, and of course, Oime looks at some people with his eyes. When people connect to his eyes, he's able to take control of them. Darkness cover up their faces. It's like if they are being controlled by like a being that is similar to like a symbiote. This Rakima is right now taking control of their body, and this is where like a black substance does capture into them. Right now, taking control of their bodies, and right now, like in a zombie state, unknowing this, but killing other people, stabbing into their own hearts. But right now, they're dead, but the people like this black substance is kind of taking control of them. But yeah. Of course, the Frost King is right now sending his army, and of course, crushing the people who's trying to get to the Clover King. Clover Kingdom, we'll see. This is where, well, we go into the Spade Kingdom. Fallen and even, well, Darkness are there. This is where they're crushing half the devils, killing them pretty easily. Saying, please, you people will not be able to stop us. This is where, well, Fallen and Darkness are basically having fun. We go into Black Star and, well, Red Void. They're right now fighting against the, well, mostly not the Heart, mostly the, Queen of Witches, or not Queen of Witches, mostly the Witches. And of course, where, well, Black Star makes multiple, well, kind of like clones of him, with just Black Stars around him. This is where, well, he starts destroying the kind of not Queen of Witches, the Queen of Witches kind of place. Destroying multiple witches, killing them, and right now just kind of keep killing them, murdering them. This is where, well, the Heart Queen is kind of fighting against, well, Red Void, and of course Red Void is barely being able to be attacked most of the time. His body cannot be take control because he has no blood. The blood that he kind of has is black, but the outside that he's at is just red. He looks red, but yeah, this is where, well, Red Void appears trying to right now kill the, what's it called, Queen of Witches. But yeah, this is where we go back into Fallen and Darkness. They are fighting against Dante and Xanon. But yeah, that one scientist too that was in the Diamond Kingdom was trying to leave and trying to, well, just disappear because he sees the Diamond Kingdom is falling. But before even leaving, Joker appears right now with a Joker card saying, oh, where do you think you're going, Mr. Scientist? You do not leave. Thanks, Aussie and High. Thank you for telling me this information. This where Joker appears in front of the sky, but right now having his back towards the sky, the scientist. The scientist says, well, I guess I get to his head falls off his body. This is where Joker thinks, you really are pathetic, so weak. Such a weakling you are. This is where the Joker, he is called the Joker King, and says, welcome my followers, make chaos and destruction and laughter against everyone. Make them laugh while getting them killed. This is where, well, all of the Joker followers are just right now laughing and killing people. But yeah, this is where the Frost King is right now at the border of, well, the border of the kind of Diamond Kingdom, while his subordinates are right now destroying anyone that's trying to leave. As it were, well, the Diamond King is trying to understand why he is losing. This is where he gets angry, and this is where he had to result into something. He found this kind of like tealish bluish diamond that was around somewhere near in his kingdom, but he doesn't understand why this was here. But of course, he decides to grab it, and right now power explodes from his body. This is where, well, his eyes are similar to be white. Now, of course, the little diamond is right into his chest. This is where all the, with calm, well, different beings stop. They felt their Lord's power being in this person, and they all get angry extremely bad. This is where, before they were about to fight, Asta appears saying, you do not deserve this power. It's mine to be having. This is where, well, the white diamond, well, king and all that, from this, what's it called, Spade Kingdom? Well, not Spade Kingdom, the Diamond Kingdom. He says, screw you. He tries to send a powerful punch made out of diamonds from his fist, but of course both his arms are exploded, And this is where, well, also shoved his hand into this man's chest and ripped out the diamond. This bluish tealish diamond. This round says, "This is mine. This was supposed to be mine. You do not need to have this. Now goodbye, you fucking pathetic weakling." This is where he transformed the diamond into a sword and just cuts this guy's head off. This is where also says, "All of you murder and slaughter the leftovers." This is where all of them says, "Aye aye," what's it called? "Aye aye, master." That's where all of them leaps, and of course the where, well, also says, the diamond I have been longing for, supreme bluish diamond. This is something that I need. That's where we go into, well, the Spade Kingdom right now losing. The Revolution Army is right now fighting, and of course this is where Darkness and Fallen aren't really hurt that much, but they're right now easily destroying the devils, even the humans. This is where, well, Asta appears into the Spade Kingdom, seeing the kind of massacre all of it, and of course where, well, he sees, well, Yuno's mother. This is where, well, Knots didn't know what to do. This is where Asta appears right now, cutting his head off and killing all the other people that were around. Well, what's it called? Yuno's like mother. This is where her name is, I don't remember. Her name is Sue, and of course Asta says, "You be coming with me." This is where Sue says, "No, I won't." Moon. This is where she is passed out because thanks to black smoke knocking her out. This is where Fallen and Darkness says, "Hello there, Lord. Why did you come here? We're about to kill her. This lady is important to me. She is going to be something to make someone's life hell and angry towards me. So, Darkness, Fallen, are you done with this kingdom? Are you finally able to destroy this kingdom?" "Yes, we are." "Good, because, well, I need to get to the dimension of underneath. Destroy this whole castle and let me find the true place that I need to go." That's where they nodded, and they did. Like, Darkness made a dark ball right in his hand, while Fallen made this reddish ball. And this is where, well, mostly what's called Darkness made this like reddish and blackish ball appear, and this is where, well, Fallen made this like black with white ball appear. That's where both of them combined their magic and sent a very powerful blast straight towards the kingdom, destroying it, leveling it up pretty easily. This is where Asta finds the kind of doorway towards the kind of like, well, devil world. And since the devils that fought against Fallen and, well, what's it called? Fallen and Darkness, they weren't really destroyed. This is where Asta jumps through it and easily broke through it, but this is where any devils that tried to get out were destroyed immediately. White lightning was crackling around Asta. This is where Asta made his, well, the bluish diamond turn into a scythe. That's where he says, "It's time to murder." This is where, well, Asta destroys and kills every single devil that was in this, like, underworld. This is where when he gets to Lucifer and, well, mostly Lucifer and Bezel, whatever his goddamn name was again, Asta kills them both in an instant. This is where Aspro, who is the devil of time, notice, well, Asta. This is where, well, Asta says, "You're there. Interesting." This is when the devil tries to use time magic on Asta, but was destroyed in an instant. Thanks to Asta saying, "Oh, don't do that. Libby, you're here also?" Libby was also there destroying all the devils. Yes, I should mention one thing. Libby has his own devil, like, humanoid form. Thanks to Asta kind of helping him. This is where the devil, Libby did kind of help kill, what's it called, Lucifer and Bizu. But yeah, of course, she also destroys Astafer. This is where, well, Asta says, "Well, those are the leftover devils. Now, let's go on with our life, Libby." Libby says, "Got it. Twin brother of mine. Heh. Let's go then." That's where, well, we go into the fight between the Heart Kingdom and, well, Shimura, Akka, and even what's called, well, Veronica. And of course, they managed to kill the Heart Queen. Right now, killing everyone left over in the Kingdom of the Heart. This is where, well, we go into the Clover King. The Clover King is Clover Kingdom is right now fighting against two beings that are right now causing so much chaos. Murderer, well, mostly, yes, this person's name is Murderer, and also, well, Black Gold. Mostly, this guy's name, Black Gold, okay? The English version, I'm not gonna go into the Japanese version. Black Gold has two underlings. One is named Gold, and the other one is named, Violet. This is where, well, there's one leftover underling, but this underling is named Dark Light. Well, not Dark Light. Mostly like, there's other underlings, mostly Dark Light will be this guy. Divine Lights, okay. There's mostly 5 beings here. So yeah. You can just kind of read their names, but yeah. Not gonna go on. But this is where, well, those 5 beings are right now destroying the different, like, what's it called, fight between, well, they're fighting against the humans and elves, and of course the elves are losing, humans are also losing, so yeah. This is where, well, Asta, when he gets to the Clover Kingdom, he sees the chaos. This is where Yuno is trying to, well, mostly the, what's it called, like a ritual cannon, they're right now in the, what's it called, Dark Castle. And Asta, he gets to the Dark Castle. Enters it without a problem. He did destroy anyone that's tried to stop him. Well, mostly, well, Murderer and also Black Gold just kind of stop anyone. Destroying them with their own magics. Murderer has this ability to be able to kind of make knives appear all around his, what's it called, surroundings. And be able to also cut the thin air and cut people pretty easily. This is where Black Gold is able to kind of use Black Gold, like a material magic that was called that, to make a weapon like that. And then the other side of his, like, reddish side is called Red Violet. This side can able to make, well, Red Violet, well, what's it called? He creates this kind of like red spider lily and all that to kind of appear all around the humans and kind of drain their blood. Right now making a bloodish sword from, well, his kind of like right side. But yeah, his left side has the gold and black, well, black gold sword. But yeah, this is where, well, he starts destroying the humans while Asta gets through the Dark Castle and sees, well, a long time of faces that he hasn't seen in a while. This is, well, Noel, Yuno, and others who's right now fighting the devil. Asta appears right now above all of them. This is where Asta smashes the gravity upon them, but also gets rid of the purple stuff underneath them. This is where it was disappear, and this is where the devil says, "What is happening?" Everyone else confused as hell. This is where Asta, like, steps down onto the floor and says, "Ah, this seems very interesting. A devil, elves, and humans fighting. Pretty interesting. This is only seems to be a clone, or could be the real, because there's right now another Asta fighting against Julius, and right now killing him and taking out, well, both Lucid K and also Julius, or whatever you call the other one. But yeah, this is where, well, Asta killed both of them and killed the other elves that were trying to, well, kill him. This is where this Asta dissipates, and now goes back to the actual real one, or fake one, whoever knows. This is where, well, Asta, he looks at all of them. This is where Asta gets, well, Selena from a dimension, and Asta says, "Ozzy and I, come out," and also Void, come out. That's where both of them come out and says, "Yes. Do you need something, my lord?" "Yes. Hold her and kill her, Void." This is where, well, Ozzy and I just kind of like make eyes around, like chain eyes, to kind of grab Celia. And of course, Void kind of had a weapon. This is where Asta says, "Ah, you know. Look who it is. It's your mother. You know, since your last name is called Grimmeria. Yes, I know you're a prince from the Spade Kingdom, but too bad. That kingdom is destroyed. Along with your mother. Your mother is going to die. You know." Yuno sees Asta. He widened his eyes, seeing that Asta is truly a monster. He didn't expect Asta to be a, well, killer, or actually an evil person. He thought Asta was actual Asta and was in trouble, but really they found out that today on forward, Asta is truly the villain. But they will not be able to talk soon. Because, well, when Void killed what's it called, that's where Yuna explodes with anger and tries to kill Asta and Void and, well, Aussie and I. Aussie and I disappear, while Void also disappear and also blocked a, well, full power spirit, what's called spiritual form. He also unlocked what's called the space teleportation or whatever, what's called the star, whatever. Yeah, found out to unlock those two grimoires with this anger. This is where Asta says, "Oh, you're angry," instead of having that cocky ass face. But too bad for you, Demon Slayer. He pulled out the Demon Slayer from a book. Yes, Libby was there, and this is where Asta, he does have Yuno's punch, and this is where he cuts off Yuno's arm. This is where Yuno screams out. He didn't expect his magic just to be erased in an instant. This is where Asta says, "Libby, here's your sword. Get rid of that devil." This is where Libby nodded and appears right in front of Zagreus. Zagreus says, "No, I can't die. Not you, weakling." He's dead. This is where everyone widened their eyes. Seeing the devil that they were struggling just gets defeated. And right now, who's actually the one that was right now being able to fight against the devil, is right now being defeated. This is where Asta makes a diamond scythe appears. The whitish bluish diamond scythe. Because it's fully white instead of being teal blue. The handle's teal blue. This is where Asta says, "Let's see if you can fight me." When I Asta, Yuno rushes at Asta, but Asta cuts him once. What's called vertical, cutting him in half. This is pathetic. This is where, well, Yuno's body was destroyed in an instant. This is where, well, Asta slaughtered the rest. So, we go into a time skip later on. Everyone has defeated the different kingdoms. And also the, well, witches, hideout, or even human figures or whatever. This is where, well, Asta is now the ruler of the 4 kingdoms. With his brides, well, what's it called? His kind of brides being, well, Shimura, Akina, and also Wafanika. You see here, Asta doesn't really have an age specifically. Same with them, since Asta is kind of mostly a being that's purely evil, an entity. He was the incarnation of this evil. And of course, since this evil didn't have an age specific, they really didn't know. But of course, this is where, well, Asta did have kind of kids. Even if being this evil, he did have kids. This is where these kids had kind of like similar eyes towards their father. But yeah, and they were purely evil from the beginning. But this is the end of this what if. Yes, the end of what if Asta was evil, was purely evil. But yeah, the other entities are right now still following the lead of Asta, but they're kind of the new kingdoms, the new rulers of the kingdoms. But yeah, some of them decide to keep the cult, some of them just became the Frost King, or some of them just became similar to being a king, but really not much. But yeah, this is the end of this video. So yeah, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato, and good night for what's it called. Yeah. So yeah, this is the end. Bye bye, potato, and bye.